hard 7 all the way, baby. The only subject I dreaded doing in the IB, what the heck, Rachel, what the heck? And I didn't pick psychology, honestly, because how am I supposed to know about an IB subject if I don't go through it myself? So how do I decide what to pick for an IB subject? I'm gonna try and fully answer your questions. If you have the same IB subjects as me, you're in luck because I'm gonna be really brutally honest about all these subjects while I rank these subjects. I've been so excited to make this video because it seems so fun, like those tire ranking list thingies.
If you don't know what this all is, IB is literally the world's most difficult curriculum for high school students, apparently. And I'm going to be ranking the IB subjects I took on the basis of difficulty, enjoyability, and overall feeling.
And oh my god, I'm just so excited, so let's just jump right into the video. First of all, for the tire list thing, you know how it goes. Sevens, the best subject to go by, and can I move to A-levels is the worst, the absolute worst. So, just a disclaimer, I am going to try to relive my IB past and, rate these subjects based on how I felt about it at that time, not like in the present moment, because obviously in the present moment I'm really biased. Like, I've gone through it all and I would just think positively about them because it did help me and I got a good result, I guess, for what I've worked for. So yeah, I'm gonna try and relive the whole entire IB experience and tell you my brutally honest feelings at that point of time. So the first subject we're going to go through is economics HL. At the beginning of the term, economics HL actually was that bad for me, so I wanted to, can I move to A-levels type of feeling, because it was so hard to get used to answering the way IB wants you to answer for economics and learning all those graphs and diagrams. Oh my god. And the marking was pretty strict, so when I wasn't used to it, I was like, can I move to A-levels? But along the way, it was like, oh, I get by, like I improved a lot through like a lot of practicing the questions and stuff, like it's fine, and it became like not boring, because if you watch my previous video, which is my whole IB experience, I tell you guys about how I started liking economics as a subject. It's because of a book I read recommended by my teacher. So yeah, so from I get by to the like final stages, or like the grade 12 of my IB experience, I think I'd say it's great. It's great. It's actually great because when you get the hang of it, it gets kind of interesting and you get the hang of how you're supposed to answer questions. And when you're doing the IA, it's literally doing an extended version of your exam papers. So you're basically learning for the same thing, and when you like keep doing it and when you keep practicing, you'll get the hang of it and it'll be fine for you. It's a rough start, but it's great. Okay, next one. Environmental systems and societies. Oh, dude, this is like a hard 7 all the way, baby. Like, I don't even have to like tell you anything much more about it. Like, I enjoy the classes so much, maybe because my teacher was really fun and chill, and me and my friends in class, we had fun together and we learned the subject as well, but we had also fun during the classes. Like, it was such a chill subject, but I wouldn't say it's easy, because IB, like, it's chill, but it's not easy, you know what I mean? Like, as long as you learn fully and grasp all the content, you'll be fine. Because yeah, but I heard that the IB examiners are stingy with marking. Like, there's a certain way you have to answer the questions in so much detail, so much like examples, but I didn't do the May 2020 exam papers and I just did the IA, so
too many thoughts on my mind, I can't sleep at night, so I just keep writing.
Yeah, but I really enjoy learning it because like I've always been interested in learning about the natural environment and the interaction with humans. As you may know, if you have seen my IB experience video, I did my EE around like that kind of thing, so I was generally interested in the subject to begin with. But I'm gonna drop in a YouTube channel that helped me learn like for the ESS exam so much. Like, it really helped me, and I wouldn't get a 7 in ESS if it weren't for that channel, honestly. So I'm gonna put the link down below in hopes it will help you if you're taking ESS. But ESS is a 7 all the way, baby. Like, it doesn't mean you're gonna get a 7 all the way, baby, but it just means that like it's an enjoyable subject that you might be able to, you know, a little bit like chill in, you know, as compared to what, like math HL or physics HL. I have no idea, I don't take physics, but yeah. Okay, next, mathematics standard level. Let's just say I've always sucked at math, and always sucked at math, like I really am bad at math. So obviously, in the beginning, it was, can I move to A levels? Because there are so many things to learn and so many chapters, so many new and old things that I just get overwhelmed just because I suck at math. And it's really daunting. That was in the like first year of IB, but as I went by, I like got help from my friends, so went to like, and then I failed. This is the first exam I failed. That was in 11th grade and for math. So then I went back to, can I move to A levels? But I joined this, after I failed the exam, I joined this tuition where I got to learn with my friends and have really amazing teachers. Then I was like, oh, okay, I get by. And then for IAs, I like also got a lot of guidance from my teachers. So I'm still like, I get by. I think without them, I would be like, can I move to A levels? But because of them, I'm at like, I get by. And if I were to flash back and, you know, look at it from the present moment, I would say it's great. But I'm looking at it from the old me, so I would say I get by. This was the subject, the only subject I dreaded doing in the IB. Like, I love the other subjects, but math was just not my forte and will not be my forte. Although I have greatly improved in it and I didn't mind doing it so much, but if I had a choice and if I could like excel in life without it, I would pick that path. But like, okay, get the basics and stuff, but like deep math, nah. Coffee break. Next, business management. Oh my god. Okay, dude, funny story, I think. You know, during my like 9th and 10th grade, that was like the IGCSE syllabus, but I didn't do the IGCSE, but we did the IGCSE syllabus for business management, and I was like, I'm gonna get a 7 I'm like at a 7 all the way baby type of mood for business management, because I was like excelling really well, not to brag, let me tell you the downsides later. I was excelling really well for the IGCSE syllabus for business management, but when I got to IB, I was like, what is happening? I started to score pretty low and I just lost the ability to write answers like I used to. Maybe I was still stuck in the IGCSE phase, so I just put in so much detail into my answers without there being so much depth. Like, it was so much breadth, but there was not much depth, and I was just not it. It was just not it for me. But then I realized like, hey, I should stop thinking that I'm good at business management and I should continue learning, you know, having that growth mindset. So I kind of like asked my teachers like, oh, how to answer these questions. I kind of also Googled, and there's a lot of like stuff on Google where like they tell you acronyms on how you're supposed to answer business questions, and that kind of really helped me because I don't quite remember because it's been like an entire year since I did the IB, but it went something like, oh, you know, examples, explanations. I really forgot, but if you Google how to answer business questions and how to get a full mark and like business questions, then you're gonna find it immediately. So after all the learning and stuff, I'd say it's great. Just like economics, it became great. And I enjoyed doing the IA because I did it on a company I generally wanted to know more about, so I loved it. And I made so much use of what is in the textbook for the IA. Like, I kind of like grasped the topics that I think is pretty much related to my research question, and I got so much information from there, and I just like researched more about it from the information I obtained in the textbook. So do not underestimate your textbook. Your textbook is actually really useful if you want to make the most out of your textbook. So yeah, business management was great. I wouldn't say it's 7 all the way baby because it wasn't as light and breezy and, you know, without so much stress as ESS, because ESS was kind of easy personally for me to grasp, but business management, you kind of had to be, you had to really think about it, whereas ESS was like there, you know, and you just need to apply it. Okay, English HL. This is so controversial because I've seen like a previous comment on my reacting to my IB results reaction video, and they also kind of worried about English HL. And beginning 11th grade, or beginning the first year of IB, I was actually also really worried about English HL because I was like an okay English student, but I wasn't the best in the class. So I was like, oh, like, can I do English HL? Am I even capable of doing English HL? Like, what? So I actually asked my previous teacher. I really remember this day. It was the day we had to choose between HL or SL. And I so vividly remember asking my previous teacher, like, oh, do you think I can do it or not? And she's like, you know, just join a class and, you know, see what's in it for you and if you can do it. So yeah, I did, and I have no regrets. I actually loved it. I think like if you do not have any other choice, you should just go for it and not worry because depending on what you're reading, but you can always like try to be interested in the novel you're reading. And a pro tip for you for English HL to really get by is to prepare before every class. Like prepare the reading material, prepare your perspectives about the reading material, prepare context about the reading material, and really make use of highlighters, like different colored highlighters, so you can highlight different parts of the text for different themes, for different imagery, for different, you know, figurative language, for different types of analysis you can potentially do, stuff like that. So I'd say beginning of the first year in IB, I'd say I get by for English HL. Like actually I get by, and then as the term progressed, maybe because my teacher is great, I don't know, every experience varies, but I really looked forward to the class and I really enjoyed doing the class, although I didn't necessarily do well in like answering the essay type questions, but I genuinely wanted to try my best and I genuinely wanted to do it because it's just like I was just really like, oh, I really want to do this and I really want to like get good at it. I didn't score really well for like the mock exams, especially for I believe paper 1, where you had to compare like different types of texts. I think I didn't do that well in that one as compared to paper 2, where I had to talk about the novel. I mean, write about the novel, but I'd say it's in the middle of its grape and I get by. I can't really decide. But if we're talking about difficulty, it's I get by. But if we're talking about my overall general feeling about English HL, I'd say it's great. So let's put it at it's great. I think as you can see, I'm a like pretty positive person. So yeah. Okay, Mandarin B. This took a really unexpected toll on me because, okay, I generally like learning Mandarin and I like the language, like I'm really fascinated. So I was like, oh, 7 all the way, baby. I'm gonna enjoy the subject and my teacher is really nice. But then towards the end, when I got my results, I actually got the lowest of all my marks in Mandarin, which was like, what the heck, Rachel, what the heck? So I was like, I think Mandarin is at a for me. I was only graded based on my oral exam, and I think my intonation and my confidence in speaking Mandarin is just like I think I can do okay in the exam because you really like I've dedicated my like, I'm pretty sure you too, some of you have dedicated your school years into learning Mandarin and like how to write, how to like answer rearranging sentences, how to answer stuff like that, reading comprehension, blah blah blah. But for oral, it's not really practiced a lot. So I'm at a for Mandarin. It's either an I get by or an but overall it's an yeah. Okay. Next, extended essay. Oh my god, okay. Because I picked something I really liked, and because I had Starbucks to be my little cozy setting where I could just type away and I'd see like people around me also working, I felt really motivated. So EE was actually, it's great for me. Like I actually enjoyed the entire process, and I also enjoyed having little meetings and discussions with my mentor where we would discuss my entire like EE topic and where I should go about it and stuff. Of course, at the first part I was like really confused and I didn't get like a sense of direction of where this EE was going, so I was like, Adam, but throughout the entire journey, as soon as I like, you know, knew what I was doing concretely, and I had a great clear sense of direction of where this essay was going, which is why I tell you planning your EE is very important. Like really plan, and you don't have to stick to the plan, but you need a plan initially so you can get, you know, something out of it. But also don't restrict yourself to that plan. Like you can literally change along the way as you obtain more information and more research points, but along the way I'd say the EE is great. Like it just really depends on what you pick and how you do it, your mentor, your topic, your, you know, the level of interest you have for that topic. So really wisely choose what you're doing for EE. Don't choose just because, you know, it's known to have a high grade potential, but also choose really what you're interested in. Maybe you can pick a high grade potential, like for example your mother tongue language in IB or something if you're taking it, but also pick like a topic you like in it, not, you know, not something you're not interested in. Anyways, the last one is theory of knowledge. This is so, okay, TOK was so freaking weird. It was like a really new thing, right, for first year IB students, and during my first year I was like, what am I supposed to do? I don't even understand. It took me a while to even understand what in the world WOK, AOK, and stuff like that are. So obviously in the beginning of my first year, I was like, can I move to A-levels please? What is this shit? So yeah, and like I also did not that well in my TOK presentation, I believe. I think it was very surface level, my TOK presentation, and I think it really took a toll on me, so I was still like, oh, can I move to A-levels? And I did my presentation in my first year of IB, so thankfully that bad, rough, bumpy ride that really brought my spirits down, dragged my spirits down, kind of made me want to really learn more about TOK, because I was like, nah, I'm not losing this fight. So I learned more about TOK. I think I downloaded an TOK book off the internet, and I started reading more about TOK and what it is, and like, you know, start to take interest in it and ask more questions about it, because it really touched on like faith, which I'm really big about. Like I think you know, without my faith in God, I don't know where I'd be. But it was really interesting to see different perspectives about faith and different ways of knowing, different areas of knowledge, and how I can really integrate anything I want into different AOKs and WOKs. So as I went by, I was like, this is getting better. I think it's getting better. But it was definitely a feat. Like, you know, doing the TOK essay was so hard. I didn't really know. It took so much like drafts, so much thinking, so much brainstorming, and at that point it was just really difficult for me. So I was like very but thankfully as I progress, I think, again, as always, when you put in so much time and effort into it, obviously you're gonna see some rewards, and it's gonna be really worth it, because along the way I was like, oh my god, okay, I'm getting the hang of it, I get by, and then I wrote the essay, and during, like, while writing the essay and as I get the flow of it, and as I really understood and grasped my TOK title, I was like, oh my god, it's great. I'm actually learning a lot. So maybe you know, I changed my mind. I think overall for extended I'd say 7 all the way, baby. Oh, sorry. Oh yeah. Because I was just really proud of my work. Like, I think it's a work I really would never forget and would always cherish doing, because I was just so into it. So I'd say EE 7 all the way, baby, while TOK is great. While submitting, I still had a bit of concern, so I wouldn't say it was 7 all the way, baby, as it was for EE, but it was also great. Because even though my presentation sucked, I feel like I made up for it in my essay. Thank you, Starbucks, and thank you for the pandemic for not hitting, because honestly, if I wasn't sitting in Starbucks, I don't think my brain would flow as much. And yeah, that's about it. I think that's about it. And these are how I rate my IB subjects. I know I'm a pretty positive person and I have a pretty positive perspective about the IB and my subjects, but I hope my positivity can also bring positivity in you and your IB subjects, because you know, it's really what you want to make of it. And while choosing IB subjects, I have an interesting story to tell you, and maybe you can take away something from this and take away something about the topic of faith, because I had to choose between economics and psychology. I couldn't take both. And I was really interested in psychology, and I wanted to learn about psychology. I generally only wanted to study psychology because of my mental health. I felt like I was so big on mental health, and I was really interested in my mental health because my mental health was pretty trash back then. So I really wanted to learn about psychology and, you know, for myself. And I was like, oh no, you know, thank God I didn't take psychology, because I'm not passionate about the subject like academically, like as I would for economics. And it really was all a twist and turn of events, because if it wasn't for external circumstances, maybe I would pick psychology. So the first external circumstance is my mom. She was like, so I asked my mom for advice, and she was like, what are you gonna use it for? I was like, I am gonna use it. I was still like stubborn about it. And then second, we were dividing like classes, so it was 12, I think it was 11E and 11F. All my friends were in 11F because they were fixated on economics, and I had a few friends in 11E, but not that close as I was to 11F. And I didn't pick psychology, honestly, because I wanted to be with my 11F friends. But I'm so glad I didn't take psychology and took economics instead, and for being in 11F, because it's the best class ever, and to 12F too. And oh my god, and seeing my friends in psychology, I was like, oh no, not my thing. Like I think they had to do like case studies and also like experiments and stuff. So I was like, oh, not my thing. And I'm so glad I didn't take it. So really trust your like twist of events, because in my opinion, in my perspective, God has always like a plan for you, you know? You know, He has it in you. So if things don't go the way you want it to, there must be a reason why. Even though I was disheartened at that point. Like it was not a major thing, but it was like a minor disheartening thing because I wanted to study psychology. But yeah. Whatever you pick wisely, because it's gonna really shape your whole entire IB experience. Think about it, sit on it, watch videos on YouTube about it, anything. But yeah, I'm really trying to grow this channel, and I am making this like little IB series where I just have a full closure about my IB life and high school life, because I didn't have a closure with graduation and stuff, and it's already the end of my first year in university. So obviously I'm also going to talk about my uni experience at University College London. I'm also going to like maybe vlog about it, I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to try to help as many people out there as much as possible, if anyone is even watching this video. And I hope you guys subscribe and comment and like. I would really much appreciate it, so I could keep making more videos. Anyways, thank you for watching, thank you for being here, and bye!